world and welcome to Elevated Intuition. Today we are doing a pick a card reading for what you are not seeing. So this is if you need some guidance, you're going through a situation and you're like, what the heck is going on behind the scenes? What am I not seeing? What is the bigger picture? And then basically the changes that you need to make and to go forward. So a pick a card reading means you get to pick the card, the number, the object. You get to pick it. You use your intuition to do that, and you pick the card. And down in the description, I have the timestamps. You click on the timestamp down below. You meet me at your reading. I use my intuition to then read the cards for you. Let's get into these options, shall we? For group number 1, this option is Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot. Of course, we have the number 1, and then the object that goes with it is a Malachite tower. For group number 2, this is Angel Wisdom Tarot. It's going to be kinder, gentler messages. I'll just tell you that because we've got angels involved. The number 2, and then this is Desert Rose. I just love the texture of it. I also love the texture of this for group number 3. So this is Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, and of course our number 3, and then the object here. And like I said, I love the texture. They call this Witch's Broom, but it is black Kyanite. So if you are still not sure which group to choose, that's okay. I just recommend you taking a comfortable seat, taking a couple closing your eyes, taking a couple deep breaths in and releasing, being here in the moment. We're setting the intention to get the messages that you need to receive. Take another deep breath in and release. Go ahead and open your eyes, and wherever your eyes are drawn, that is the group for you. So I do these pick a card readings pretty regularly if that's the kind of thing you're interested in. Self-discovery, tarot readings, love readings. Please consider liking or subscribing, or not, whatever. I'm good with that too. And I will see you at your reading. Hello, group 1. So we have our Malachite and then our Ethereal Visions. So whatever brought you to the number 1, welcome. Thank you for being here. Let's talk about this, what you're not seeing. And we're going to start off with the current direction so we can kind of get an idea of what we are defining here in this, and why you aren't confident in that direction. It looks like we have the 9 of Swords and the Queen of Swords reversed. So a lot of things about communication. Oh, sorry, 9 of Wands. Queen of Swords reversed. Still communication. Still a communication thing. It kind of feels like you're being misunderstood, that your position is not being understood, like it's coming under fire. Either other people are misunderstanding you, or you're having a hard time expressing your position, expressing I feel like you have like a very pure heart in the situation, but whenever you mention something about it, it's just taken the wrong way. Well, you're just selfish, or you're just this, or you're just that. And when we have the 9 of Wands, it's like you standing your ground and fighting a fight against people who don't understand you, which is even further here with the Queen of Swords. So if this is, a misunderstanding between you and a partner, you and your family, you at work, like, you could be like blue in the face, like, listen, the system is not right. There's something wrong. It's not calculating this correctly. We're going to have big issues. You're being met with well, you don't know what you're doing, or you don't know how to work the system. It's not us, it's you. And it almost is, it might be on you in the fact that you're not communicating it clearly, or you say one word and they jump on top of you. We just need to see like more of the situation so we can get an idea of how to proceed, which is the whole point of the reading, right? So there's a conflict. There's a conflict. Your intentions are being misinterpreted and you're getting some backlash around it. So what are you not understanding? And then the big picture. What are you not understanding? And then the big picture, 9 of Swords here. Oh, the World. So it is bigger than what you think it is. The issue, and it is kind of more personal to the person you're communicating than it is. It's not you, it's them, kind of thing, where you are identifying something and all of a sudden you're getting a backlash. It's because people feel like they're having, that you're pointing the finger at them, that you're laying blame in some way. And you know, maybe you are, and maybe I do feel like even if you aren't like laying blame at somebody, they're taking it and internalizing it way more than they should. This is not like you just see this one issue and it's much, much bigger than you think it is. It's not you. It's not you, but I know you're feeling it's you. And still, we have an issue with communication. We have an issue with swords. The good thing about the 9 of Swords is it's always darkest before the dawn. The World reversed says this issue isn't over. And I feel like there's some emotional attachment to it for you. So I get why it's not over. But who you're bringing it up to. So if this is an issue between you and a partner, oh gosh, for some of you, this could be an issue of like, hey, I just got this, I just saw this weird text on your phone from, you know, this person, you know, you just innocently saw it and you're not thinking anything notorious, but they're pushing it back on you because they don't want the blame on them. It's almost like, and when I said, oh gosh, so for some of you, it's almost like when somebody accuses you of cheating, like out of the blue, and you're like, what the heck? And you get on the defensive, but it's because they're actually cheating. So, not every situation is about that. So if you had an inkling, had a feeling leaning that way, yeah, trust your intuition on it. It's almost like we need to cut the clutter between you and, you know, 9 of Wands, I often see that as like cutting the clutter. 9 of Swords also that. You are taking things way too personally. And I feel like the people around you are pushing it on you personally, but you're not the problem. And you know you're not the problem, which is why you're like, what the heck is going on here? Like, I just mentioned one little thing and I get this huge blow up. And I don't feel like I can talk. I don't feel like I can express my feelings. I don't feel like I can express what's going on. Yeah, you are not wrong in that situation. You're not wrong for feeling that way. Let's talk about a change that you need to make and further advice, and then we'll get some more cards from a different deck. So what is a change that you need to make to help this, and further advice? Wow. Strength reversed and Queen of Pentacles reversed. Look at these 2 queens reversed here. You're not feeling yourself, so that is difficult, especially when we've got the Strength card reversed. Yet you're internalizing all of the situation as if you're an equal player in this. I would say an equal player in the issue, an equal player in the problem, and you're not. The like the bigger picture is it encompasses way more than just you and what you're seeing here. And of course, you know, bigger picture, of course. So I would detach emotions from this, because whoever you're speaking to, whatever this turmoil is, they're making it very emotional. And we need some logic. The Queen of Swords reversed is telling me there's not a lot of logic in here. The Queen of Pentacles reversed is telling me that there's not anything practical going on. These two queens are amazing. They're amazing allies. They create wealth, they create communication, and things are just getting stopped right now, as we can see in the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Swords. They're getting stopped, like you're like, hey, I see this, and then it's just getting pushed back on you, like you're the problem. Gaslighting. Some gaslighting situation going on here where it's like, hey, well, what are you talking about? That's all you, or that didn't really happen, or, you know, and I can see why it's an issue. It's affecting your sanity. Even the Nine of Wands, first card that pops up, like you're getting banged up, you're getting beat up, and it's like, what the heck? Let's pull some more cards to get even better advice here, because it almost feels like with this, well, I mean, bringing logic to the situation, stepping away from it emotionally is going to help you a lot. Stepping out of the fight of it, not repeating the same cycle over and over and over again. That's why it's not ending. The World, it's a major arcana card. It should be, you know, upright. It means that this cycle is ending. You can start something new, but you just feel like you're getting shifted and pushed back into the drama that's going on here, because we have people, you know, outside of yourself, that outside of your control, that are blaming you for things that are not your fault. Like you're bringing issues to your attention, to the attention of, you know, your partner, your family, and it's like you're the one to blame, because you are seeing the big picture. You are seeing the, hey, you know, we need to stop this so that we can move forward. We need to, you know, get the help in this situation. And it is because of the inadequacies of the other people involved that they are not taking responsibility. And that's a very tough situation to be in. It makes you feel helpless. You're feeling helpless here. And it's almost like you need to step back from it. I almost feel like it may not even, like you're trying to help someone who doesn't want help. You're trying or is just happy to, but I don't know. It's hard because it feels like you're the only one in the situation who sees it for what it really is and not what people want it to be. Who is that? Was it Cassandra? Who could see the future, but nobody believed her. So I would document things for sure. And start trying to collect your power. You know, when you're going to somebody, and you know, I've been in this situation where you bring something to the attention of your superior, of your boss, and they're not ready to hear it. So for some of you, they're not ready to hear it. They're blaming you for the situation, and it's almost like, for a lot of you, the best way is to leave the situation, to be like, okay, peace out, I'm gone. Because again, it feels like it's so out of control, because it is out of control. It's not you. So the good news is, you know, when somebody is gaslighting you, that's really difficult. because you feel like you're crazy. You're not crazy. And Strength reverse, this is when your internal and your external worlds don't match. It's almost like, hey, you need to pull back and focus on you. I feel like the situation is, when it crashes down, like if people were listening to your advice on it, it would be handled much better than you not doing anything. But you're the sole person fighting here in it. And that's what you don't see. So what you don't see is that the harder you fight, the harder they're going to fight against you, and the worse the situation is going to get. I almost feel like you need to step back and step away from it. Now, in like a workplace situation, for me, I would definitely document everything, because we know that these people are finger pointers. We know that as things escalate, they might say that it was you who were the one who is the problem, and you know in your heart that you're not. Oh my gosh, look at, we've got self-empowerment reversed. Yeah, this whole situation, you're feeling alone. This is angels are watching over you, but you feel alone. You feel like that you've been deserted, neglected, alone, discouraged. Now, sometimes we get into situations like this because we absolutely need to make a change. The change that needs to be made, we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. She's the one who balances her work and her job situation. It almost tells me, like, if this is a work situation, this may not be the work situation that you want to be in forever. That it might be time to start sending some resumes out. Self-empowerment, and again, we get this in reverse as well. Tentative, limited, timid, drudgery. It just, the whole thing, I get it. I see what you're asking about it. The whole thing is almost feels like an impossible situation. It almost feels like it's, again, like it's never going to end. Okay, these aren't supposed to be in reverse. We have deep knowing, follow your wisdom, follow your intuition. If your idea, like you're right about the situation. And look at this by the book. So when I was saying, if this is a work situation, you need to start documenting some things. If this is a situation with your partner, I know that's, this is supposed to be somebody that you trust. I feel like this too shall pass, but writing things down for your own benefit, for your own remembrance, because there are people in this situation who really want to convolute things. They're living so far out of reality that it almost feels like they're throwing spaghetti at the wall just to see what sticks. And when that happens, things start to get confusing real quick. Well, you said this, or you did that, or this, that's not even the issue. There's a lot of things being put up that aren't the issue. And I almost feel like, my dear, and trust your intuition here, that the situation may not be salvageable. It might be that you need to walk away. This almost seems like it's not your lesson to learn, that it is somebody else's lesson to learn. That's why you're getting beat up in the situation. And if you remove yourself, there's no longer a scapegoat. There's no longer fingers being pointed at you. And it's going to do wonders for your own sanity. And I get, like, you don't want to keep repeating this cycle. Turn your attention towards something else. Turn your attention towards yourself. Where are you feeling unbalanced? Like, this situation is not working right now with that person. Okay, bring it back. So one thing that is coming up that I've done before, and it's crazy how well it works, is when you feel like you're trying to communicate with somebody and they are just not hearing you at all, for whatever reason. It feels like it's very like they feel like you are blaming them, and maybe it is their fault, but they just can't handle it right now. One thing that I really like to do is write to their higher self or write to their guardian angel. So a person that you just are trying to communicate with and you just are getting stonewalled or you're getting blamed. It's a really, like, they are not hearing you at all. They're misinterpreting what you say purposely, and you know this, and it's just not working. One thing that works amazing, and it also is great to help you detach from the situation so that you can move away from it, is write their higher self or write their angel a letter. And the way you do that is to the angel of so-and-so. I bless you and I thank you for your help. What is great about this is, one, it helps you see things from that higher perspective. It pulls you out of that situation. And you talk to that higher self of the person. You are talking, you're bypassing the ego. The ego is the one where it's like, I don't make mistakes. I didn't do this. The ego is the one that goes into that self-preservation mode, that starts blaming other people because they can't handle it. You were bypassing that. But you have to do it in a very loving and logical way. And sometimes when you're talking to them in person, it is far from loving and logical. But if you think about you're talking to somebody's mother, or you're talking to their guardian angel, hey, listen, I respect you as their angel. I respect you as their mother. And, I'm concerned about this person, and here is why. There's this situation, and it helps you to process your feelings. It helps to release that feelings. And we've got a lot of confusion, and we've got a lot of confused feelings here, especially in the Nine of Swords. This is anxiety. This is worry. It helps you to take that off of your plate and give it to, like I said, their guardian angel. Give it to their guardian angel to handle. Like, listen, I can't be responsible for this anymore. It is amazing when you do that, how things work out. I've had several coworkers where we just could not speak. And I could not figure out why. I'm like, and I'd be questioning myself. Am I being emotional here? And I still don't know why. I still don't know why we couldn't communicate. I wasn't going in there with a blaming attitude or anything like that, but I wrote to their guardian angel, thank you for your help. I bless you. This is the situation that I'm seeing, and this is why I'm concerned for your person. Could you help me out? Could you take this over? Can you get this off of my human plate and put it on your angel plate and let miracles work in the situation? And I feel like there's so much ego involved that it's really going to be difficult for you to hash out yourself. There's so much blame involved. And it's funny because a lot of times the situation isn't even that big. It just gets blown out of proportion because we get our human selves and our human egos involved. So just breathe, release, make practical steps towards what you want to do. And maybe it's not going to involve this person that really it needs to involve, but put that on their plate. Energetically release it. Energetically let them handle it. You've done what you can do. You've brought it to the surface, and you feel like that's what needed to be done. You feel like you're doing what you need to be doing. You feel like you did what you should be doing, and you are. I'm here to tell you, you are. It's just getting, for whatever reason, misseen, misinterpreted. It almost feels like a Mercury in retrograde situation, where you like nothing is going right. Well, then stop forcing it. Pull back, release your attachment to it, let the universe handle it. And I feel like that's going to give you peace of mind, which is what you really need right now. That's going to help give you strength. That's going to bring balance back here. It's going to help you to start articulating things, especially if you write down your feelings and you release it on the page first. I also really love the ritual of then, I love candles, I love fire, but if you burn it, what it does is it takes something that's from our realm, the physical realm, and it creates that smoke. It makes it releases it to the universe. It lets the universe handle it. It lets the universe take care of it. I just feel like what you're not seeing in the situation is that, yeah, logically, you should be doing these steps and it should solve the problem and everything should be great. But there's more to it. There's more attachment to it. There's ego attached to it. There's emotions attached to it. It's somebody's hot button. And you just happen to step in it. And now, because you're involved, you're getting all of this emotional backlash that is not deserved. And you know it's not deserved, which is why we're here talking about it right now. So even though you feel alone, your angels are with you. And we need to get back to where you feel self-empowered. Trust your intuition. And then, go buy the book. What should you be doing? Document. Write things down. Maybe there is a step that you've missed that if you went back and went through that it would be helpful. But yeah, I've spent so much time on this reading so far just because I have been there and I know what it's like to be blamed for something that's really not your fault at all. And you're like, hey, I don't get it. I've got the best interest in mind. I want us to move forward together. But there's something behind the scenes. For some of you, like I said, if this is a partner situation, and they're accusing you of something, it might be something that they are actually guilty of themselves. Same with a work situation. You're being blamed for altering the books, altering something, and it's actually, check out the people who are pointing fingers at you. That would be your first indication of what's really going on. Dot your I's and cross your T's here. Make sure you are doing everything that you're supposed to be doing. It will all come out, but right now it's just a really rocky place. And this world just means like we're stuck in this cycle right now. So to get a different result, you have to do something different than what you've been doing. And even if what you've been doing, you feel like is the right thing, there's emotional attachments that you're not seeing from other people that are involved. So that's what I have for you, Group 1. I hope that you have an amazing day. I hope that it's crazy how quickly, once you see this, that things will resolve. I'm telling you, it's going to resolve way quicker. Like you think that you're in quicksand right now, things can just snap and resolve very, very quickly if you start removing yourself from the situation and then putting it in the hands of the universe. Expect miracles. So that's what I have for you, Group 1. I hope that you have an amazing day. Thanks so much for being here with me, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, Group 2. So this is our Desert Rose, which I'm going to put right there with all the other roses, our Angel Tarot deck, and let's talk about what you're not seeing. So the current direction, current situation, there we are, and then why you aren't confident in it. So, ooh, okay, so it looks like we've got the Six of Pentacles as our current situation. This is a card where giving and receiving, feeling like we are feeling a part of, I mean, it's a really good card. We're a part of the community. We give, it comes back to us. It's almost, it's not necessarily the karma card, but almost, where sometimes we're getting, sometimes we're giving. A lot of times though, we might feel like, we don't want to be a burden on somebody, so even though we always want to be the person giving, so just be aware of that, or just be careful of that, because you know, other people want to participate too. So that's one thing that I had to shift in my thinking about the Six of Pentacles when it comes up in my life. I never want to be, I'm an independent person. I never want people to feel like I need something from them. But some people need to feel needed. So you're actually giving something to somebody by feeling needed. There's a story about neighbors, and the kid knows that his neighbors, they don't have as much as his family does, but his mom goes over and she borrows a cup of sugar from the neighbors, and he's like, why, you know, we have sugar, why are you borrowing a cup of sugar from them, and we have so much and they have so little? And she's like, well, because I know that, you know, I'm gonna bake, you know, this cake, and I'm going to give it to them, but they probably wouldn't accept it if they weren't part of this cycle, this part of this giving and receiving. The good you do comes back to you, an unexpected inflow of abundance, borrowing wisely or paying off a debt, sharing your wealth with others who are less fortunate. So your current direction is very good. Like, this is very good. However, I know that there are people out there who are like, is this too good to be true? Should I be questioning it? And why you might not be confident, we have this Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups might just seem like you've overwhelming with choices. It's hard, and some of the choices maybe seem too good to be true. So I'm getting a too good to be true kind of vibe here, that you're just waiting for the next shoe to drop. You're just waiting for that trap door to open. You like see cheese and you're like, is this a mouse trap though? I've heard where things can go bad. It's almost like the mindset here is that you're just waiting for something to go wrong. The other thing with the Seven of Cups, and stop procrastinating and overanalyzing. When you have so many options, it's really easy to procrastinate, because it's like, well, I don't need to make a decision. I could do this or I could do that. Or like you're going out for a job or a job interview, and it's like, I've got like 50 jobs that I could be interested in, but you have to start sending out those resumes, because they're not going to be there forever. Make a choice. Stop procrastinating or over-analyzing. Get clarity on what you desire and move forward. Too many options or addictions. So why you might not be confident is that there's just things could kind of seem or be overwhelming right now, and I get that, and it might be like too many good things, and I get that too. So what are you currently not understanding? Let's get a card for that, and then we're going to get a card for the big picture. You have, we'll take both of those. You have been working for a long time. You aren't currently understanding. I don't think you value yourself the way that other people value you. Yeah, look at this bigger picture here of you with there's emotions involved here, and you're just waiting for, like, maybe you don't trust yourself when we've got the strength. So what you're currently not understanding, we have the Knight of Pentacles. You have put in the work, so you deserve what you are getting out of this. You are loyal and dedicated, protective, protective. And I could see that the Knight of Pentacles could have a hard time with people giving him things, because he is such a giver. He is somebody who, he's plowed these fields. He's done this for his community. He has like this grand vision, and he's taking practical steps towards it. He wants to make a better situation for everybody around him. He's made, it says, plan carefully before taking action, but then get going. And I almost feel like you might be stuck in the planning stage when we have the Seven of Cups over here. Pay attention to the details. Wait for the perfect timing, a guardian angel or someone who watches over you. There is divine here for you, which you're not currently understanding is, I don't think you really have a great grasp of the way that other people see you. I think that there's a little bit of pessimism here. The cup is half empty, or or that perfectionism where you are procrastinating things. You have to get going. Trust your future self with future things. We have strength here. The bigger picture is you have a little bit of confidence in yourself. You're not missing out. These unanswered prayers, things that have occurred in your life where you feel like you've missed out or you've lost things, which is why maybe it's hard to pick a direction. They are things that have happened to you to make you stronger, to build you up. And it's almost like there's a living in a lack here with the Four of Cups, where you have gone through these cups, used them, and it's like, oh my gosh, there'll never be another cup, there'll never be another job, there'll never be another this or another that. When in actuality, like right around the corner, there's amazing things for you. So what you're not seeing is, like, literally you may be focusing on what's right in front of your face and not the opportunities. And there's a ton of opportunities available to you. It almost seems like it's job opportunities when we've got so many Pentacles cards involved. So this Strength card, it says personal power and assertiveness portrayed with kindness. Remember, you are a kind and compassionate person. Other people are picking up on that vibe, and they want to repair the favor? No, they want to repay. Why am I so stuck on repair? I need water. Compassion that brings about forgiveness, realizing your strength, you're stronger than you know. Forgive yourself. I feel like you might be fixated on some of the missteps that have happened, but that's the Four of Cups here, failing to recognize a magical opportunity. There's a magical opportunity right around the corner, right around your shoulder. Somebody is trying to hand you something. They're trying to hand you something over here. Take advantage of it. It's a great opportunity. Missing the point, the distractions of daily life, discontent or boredom, lost in your own world. And it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. It's if you're gonna be a boss, be that boss. You already are. A change that you need to make, and further advice. So what kind of change do we need to make, and then further advice? Look at all these knights. Oh, look at this. Trust yourself, trust your direction, trust the lights that you are shining here for yourself with the Hermit. And the Knight is follow your passion. The only thing that can get you out of inaction is action, really. It's time to start doing. Trust the work that you've put into it. We have the Knight of Wands. This is passionate, confident, charismatic, restless, events requiring immediate action. It's time to hone in on your action. It's time to get moving. It's time to get yourself out of bed and start doing things. Trust your instincts, stay focused, a passionate relationship. So there is the possibility of love coming in as well with this passion, like seize the day. this opportunity. Then we have the Hermit, time spent in peaceful meditation and meaningful solitude. I know it's almost like hurry up and wait. But this is more about lighting your way, shining your light as an example to others, seeking out or become a spiritual mentor and self-discovery. I think what you're going to discover about yourself is you're stronger than you know. I think that, you know, allow yourself to believe that you can have what you want. And yeah, there's some conflict here because we've got peace reversed, but we've got Jophiel coming in here, who is an angel. I'm just looking at the other cards. Because these cards are related to angels. I'm not bringing them into the reading really. We'll bring them in with these cards. So we've got peace. But we've got, you know, discontented, vulnerable, unaware. I feel like this reading and what we're talking about is bringing your awareness back. It kind of is related to this Four of Cups card, where you are worried about the emptiness of these cups, of what you've used up. It's interesting that this person is sitting underneath a fruit tree, right? Because you're looking at the fruit that's fallen on the ground. Look at how much is growing. We are growing, we are building, we are making our own opportunities. And an amazing opportunity is coming your way. All you have to do, and I also feel like this is related to the Hermit and part of the, you know, the meditation or peaceful meditation or that solitude that you need is part of clearing your mind. Strength is also connected to the clearing of the mind. It's kind of like you're getting getting control over those intrusive thoughts. And then we've got Jophiel, compassionate self-care, simplification, beauty. So you might need to declutter a situation. You might need to release, and actually like the Four of Cups sometimes, well, our cups that are empty are these cups that are going away, but it's just because they've been in the way, and it's time to release them and let them go, because we're making room for bigger and better things. You just need to pick a direction and work towards it. The Knight of Pentacles, just one more thought on that, often reminds me of a running back. You know, we just had the big game a week or so ago. And a running back is person on the football team that the quarterback gives the ball to, and they seemingly just run right into a huge line of people, right? Sometimes they make headway, sometimes they don't. But a good running back, they average 4 yards a carry. That doesn't seem like much, but you know, we have 4 downs. 4 times 4, that's 16. That's a first down. So, and then every once in a while, because they keep at it and they're very persistent and they push forward and they keep their legs moving and they keep pushing forward, they'll break one open for a touchdown. And it is time for you to get that touchdown. It's time for you to win this game. The only thing standing in your way is yourself, and maybe like some clutter that you actually put in yourself. That's why this simplification, move things out of your way. We kind of need to check in with you. What is it that you really want? What are your wants? What are your needs? We ask ourselves that question too with the Seven of Cups, because we have so many opportunities before us. Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to start a business? Do you want to move across country? Do you want to go to college? Do you want to start a job? Do you want to, you know, yeah, we have a ton of things that we could do, and there's a ton of potential. And sometimes we procrastinate because once we start honing in, it seems like those other potentials go away, and they're not. We have to go and start achieving. We have to go and start knocking some things down and picking some things off and picking some things up. So that's what I have for you, Group 2. I hope that you have an amazing day. Trust in yourself. Trust in what's coming. It looks amazing, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, Group 3. So this is our black Kyanite, our witch's broom. just a fun crystal. Our number 3, our golden Art Nouveau, whatever brought you here. Let's talk about this, what you're not seeing. So we're going to talk about your current direction and why you might not be confident. Ooh, we got the 6 of Cups. So something haunting you from the past, and you might not be confident because we have the 3 of Wands. So it feels like we've got some plans that you've made. Maybe you've looked at this path in the past and things didn't work out the way you thought it should or the way you thought it would. 6 of Cups is a card of nostalgia. A lot of times, I mean, when it's upright, look at this. We're giving flowers to people that we know. We're commemorating things. We're, you know, connecting maybe with that long lost love, or we're connecting with that high school friend we haven't seen forever. But when we have it in reverse, we're questioning what has gone on in the past. We're questioning mistakes that we have made, and you know, maybe we're just maybe we're even grasping at what could have been, what might have been. And then the 3 of Wands tells me that it could be something around travel, could be something around like you really planned that trip to Disney and it just didn't go the way that you planned or the way that you thought. The 3 of Wands is about putting into action your plan, and maybe something came up and maybe the timing wasn't right. Maybe you didn't have enough money to make your dreams come true. For whatever reason, the plan just didn't go to plan. Something came up. We got a curveball thrown to us, and it feels like you're in either a similar situation that they were in the past, or you know, you're too focused on the past to move forward into the future that we have here with the 3 of Wands. What are you currently not understanding? And then, ooh, a bigger picture. Ooh, okay. Sorry, sweetie. Sorry. This seems like a you problem. That's one thing that my son and I say to each other. So that sounds like a you problem. Usually it's a joke. So please don't feel like we're here to work through things, okay? But the reason I say it sounds like a you problem is we've got the 8 of Swords. So sometimes and I get it. You know, we have put things in place. We want to go somewhere. We're super excited about it. It doesn't go out. And then it starts this downward spiral of this kind of victim mentality. But then, you know, it could be warranted. What you're currently not understanding is why your efforts aren't being, this is the King of Pentacles. The King is supposed to be in control of money. The King is supposed to be, have a handle on it. And I almost feel like, you know, when the stock market crashes, or the economy is just not the way that you thought it should be, the way that you thought it should go, and what you're currently not understanding is why the money situation, maybe it's the housing market, maybe it's your job, why things are not going the way that they should go. It almost feels like, this kind of came up in group number 1 as well. Almost feels like a Mercury retrograde situation where communications are just not right for whatever reason. There's a technology problem, or you go into a situation and you tell somebody something positive about themselves. You give them a compliment and they take it the complete wrong way, and you're like, what the heck is going on? Yeah. So it's funny that what you're currently not understanding about the situation is that the situation is just out of control, out of your control, but you're blaming yourself, and you shouldn't be. Now, the great thing about this is things go in cycles. Things go in cycles. I think maybe that's why you're looking at the past and what you've done before. And maybe even in the past, like it went through, you did the same action in the past, you had the same job in the past, and things worked great. but things are not working great now. Or you, like I gave that example of you planned a trip, you went to Disney World before, it was amazing, and then this time your luggage got lost, you got booked in the wrong hotel, the hotel lost your reservation. It's almost like, and when I said the Eight of Swords, is we've got this spiral because, yeah, a lot of times things get on a roll and they start spiraling out of control. The important thing here is not to blame yourself. This too shall pass. There are things that are beyond our control that we're not able to control, but we're gonna work past that, because we're gonna talk about a change that you need to make and some further advice, and then we're gonna get some more cards out even than that. Okay, we got the 10 of Pentacles reversed, the change you need to make, and then further advice, we have, who is this? We have got Justice reversed. So right now things are just not working out. You might want to sit on the sidelines with your money. 10 of Pentacles. It's really interesting how much things are related to money. Group 1 had a lot of Pentacles cards as well. Pentacles is money. Pentacles is our physical things. We may have this idea of kind of like the future that we want to provide for our family. That's what the 10 of Pentacles is. And the 10 of Pentacles upright is everything is going amazing. We're putting all that money in our 401k, we're building a business to hand off to our family. When it's in reverse, like things, the market is just not going the way that we thought it should or thought it would. We thought we would be farther ahead than we are right now. And the further advice here is to, first of all, just act with integrity. We have Justice here. Things feel like, you know, this 8 of Swords, things feel like they're just not going your way. Again, that this too shall pass. There are things that are just in a cycle. So what you're currently not seeing is that you aren't the only one experiencing this. You aren't the only one who's experiencing where things feel like they're out of control. You aren't the only one who's experiencing that you just feel like things should be different than they are. You're not the only one. This is interesting. We get abundance and then we get point of view. I feel like, especially when we've got the 8 of Swords here, that you're making more headway on your vision of the future, on what you plan to leave for your family, than you really think you are. Now, sometimes things are more difficult than they need to be. And it kind of feels like that's what the situation is right now. Just things are more difficult than they need to be. Don't give up your vision. We have abundance coming in here in the future. This is faith, optimism, excitement. There is going to be a breakthrough. And the amazing thing with breakthroughs is this. Like, it just makes, I know, you're like, I don't need this excitement. It makes things more exciting. And it makes it feel more valuable. You know, we talk about good and evil, and that good can't exist without evil, because if everything was good all of the time, it would be meaningless. So if everything was perfect all of the time, it would be meaningless. And there is going to be an amazing celebration for you in the near future. And even as bad as piling on and piling on and piling on it may seem, just remove yourself, say this too shall pass, and you know, just believe in the universe. The universe is here telling you that it's not your fault. You don't have to be in this victim mentality, even though, you know, sometimes we have sorrow about that, but things are going to shift. And then we have point of view. This is really interesting, this card, because we've got two people who are, it's the same person. And I almost feel like this is kind of like what's going on with you right now, where things are you know, questionable, a little bit like, oh my gosh, what the heck is going on? My vision is not coming out the way that I thought it would. And then boom, 180, a shift. This says gratitude, assistance, guidance, and understanding. I think when we are in this 8 of Swords mentality, that we are not listening to our guidance, and I feel like that is something that's going to help you shift, especially when you feel like this is oblivious, separate, dispassion, and ignorance. And that is kind of what this 8 of Swords is about. It's she's blindfolded, and there is a boundary around her. Nobody can help her, even if they wanted to, because she isn't even allowing it. So patience, and just, I think too, what's interesting about the Justice being here is, and being in reverse, sometimes we look around and we think about, we see what's happening with other people and in their lives and in their situations, and we feel like either that's not happening for us, it's not right, that's not justice, or we see people who seemingly seem to be cheating the system or doing things, taking shortcuts. And I feel like this is a reminder of continue your vision with integrity. There may be some things that you need to adjust. And this might be, this is definitely one of those learning situations. What you're not seeing is this is a blessing in disguise for you to learn and for you to, for you to come away with a greater understanding or a greater accomplishment, a greater prize than you ever thought was possible. We've got highs and lows. This reminds me too of, I saw these marbles, and they were set up, there were 2 tracks, and they were set up right next to each other. One marble goes from point A to point B, and it's on a slope, and the other marble goes up and down and up and down and up and down. The marble that did the up and down and up and down and up and down actually got to the end faster. We have ups and downs, we have ebbs and flows. This is really a pep talk for you. No place like home. I just feel like, you know, sometimes you just need to go home and just release any negativity of your day, release any negativity of your job, make sure that you're grateful and hugging and loving the people around you, your friends and family. Also, I feel like there's a lot of this vision that you have for the future that you're doing for the people at home. And it's just a reminder of that they're behind you, that we can't control everything. That's okay. We can control who we love. We can control, we control the controllables. We can control the 4 walls that we live in for the most part. And then imagine, and I love this imagine, like, don't let things get in the way of your imagination. This is what's going to pull you out of this. Don't let things get in the way of your dreams. I also feel like this is a message for some of you who are very creative, imaginative people, maybe engineers, maybe entrepreneurs. Keep going. It's within reach. What you're imagining, the life that you want, the life that you're imagining is within reach. Trust in yourself, trust in the people that you have around you. This too shall pass. We're just in the ebb and flow of it, and you will get where you want to go. So that's what you're not seeing, is all of this, unfortunately or fortunately, is happening for your own benefit. It's happening because you're going to benefit from this negative situation, this seemingly negative situation. It feels negative right now. It feels like things are out of control. It feels like you're not accomplishing things, but you really, really are. And just focus on the people you love. Focus on this abundance. And that's what I have for you, Group 3. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. And I hope that you have an amazing day.